Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you are having safe time and having good quality of time at your home. Today we are going to discuss about anemia. Anemia. It's your chapter number 31 in your book, and page number is 810 in cross nutrition and diet therapy. So we are going to start anemia. Anemia is basically a condition in which you can say um, A means absence and anemia means blood. So you can say that absence of blood or limited number of blood in your body. So anemia is a condition in which the deficiency in the size and number of erythrocytes in your body is, or you can say that hemoglobin. So we can say that the anemia is a condition in which the amount of hemoglobin is affected. So limited change in oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and the tissue cells can occur. The anemia can be classified on the basis of its size. So it can be macrocytic anemia or microcytic anemia or normocytic anemia. So we can say that anemia can size of these cells can vary from condition to condition. Large, macrocytic means large. Normocytic means normal in cell size, and microcytic means small cell size. So the hemoglobin content is varied. So the other factor involved in this the color. So and on hemoglobin content. So hypochromic means pale color, means less in color. Hypo means less and chromic means color. Normochronic means normal. Normal comes from the normal color. And hyperchronic means the brighter in color. So most anemia are caused by the nutrient required for normal erythrocyte and synthesized principally of iron, B12, and folic acid. Other results from variety of conditions such as there are a number of factors that are responsible for such conditions, including hemorrhages, genetic abnormalities, chronic diseases, state of drugs, toxicity. Anemia that results from inadequate intake of iron, protein, certain B12 deficiencies anemia, and folic acid deficiency anemia. Predisposition of ascorbic acid, copper, and other heavy metals are frequently called nutritional anemia. The most common nutritional anemia in the United States and in most parts of the world is the iron deficiency anemia or folic acid deficiency anemia. These are the most common types of anemia. Today we are going to discuss about the iron deficiency anemia. Iron deficiency anemia is one of the leading cause of anemia in most part of the world, and it's characterized by the production of small blood count and small size of the erythrocytes. So we can easily identify that if the cell size is small as compared to the normal one, so we can easily identify that the person is suffering with iron deficiency anemia. Iron deficiency anemia is also known as microcytic anemia, means smaller cells size. So there are a number of factors that are responsible for the iron deficiency anemia. Number one is inadequate ingestion. So if the person is not consuming enough quantity of iron in his diet, so there are chances of having deficient iron deficiency later in the life, and it appears in a couple of years. It's very short duration in which iron deficiency anemia can easily be appear. Sometimes it also happens that the person is consuming appropriate quantity of iron, but due to the malfunctioning of the body internal system, iron cannot be absorbed properly in the body. So inadequate absorption, or there are some inhibitors in the diet that are causing inadequate absorption that ultimately leads to iron deficiency anemia. Also, defect in the release of stores. Sometimes person consume appropriate quantity of iron in their diet, but due to some problems in the iron store, that is ferritin, it caused the it caused problem in the release of iron. So the defect in the release of iron or inadequate absorption leads to problem related to iron deficiency. Inadequate absorption is also associated with the achlorohydria or intestinal disease such as celiac, atrophic gastritis, partial or total gastrectomy. Achlorohydria is the absence of hydrochloric acid in your body. So, if a appropriate quantity of HCl hydrochloric acid is not present in the stomach, then limited amount of iron get absorbed in the body, and not sufficient quantity is present for proper body functions. Another feature of inadequate use of chronic gastrointestinal disturbances, sometimes increased blood losses and secretions in case of hemorrhages, hemorrhoids, esophageal varices, gastroenteritis, bleeding, and ulcerative colitis are the major causes with which the body bleeds, and excessive amount of blood excrete out from the body, and limited quantity is available for normal functioning of the body. Sometimes defects of iron from the iron stores into the plasma, and defects of the iron use owing to the chronic inflammation or other chronic disorders also affect the body, and with few expectation iron deficiency anemia in male adults and is other blood losses is also available. Usually, iron deficiency anemia is wholly solely related to the female gender, and rarely it occurs in male. In males, it's usually effect when there is a hemorrhage or some kind of bleeding or excessive loss due to during any surgery. It affects then when due to excessive losses of the condition. So, large losses of menstruational blood can cause iron deficiency in women, many of whom are unaware that they are having their menses are usually heavy. They are unaware of it. So, this is the reason they are usually increased. And there comes a phase in the life when there is a requirements are increased. In toddlers, there is an increased level, especially after infancy, 6 months after 6 months of life. So there are the requirement maternal reserve last for 6 months, and after 6 months, additional iron requirements are mandatory for the toddler infant. So if the infant not consume appropriate quantity of iron in their diet, so iron deficiency anemia is expected in them. Same is the case with preschoolers or toddlers. They can their requirements are higher as compared to their intake. So iron deficiency anemia is also expected in them. Inadequate utilization is another factor. So, inadequate utilization may be inadequate use of secondary and chronic gastrointestinal disturbances due to some problems in the gastrointestinal tract. Utilization cannot be occur properly. So, a person is consuming appropriate quantity, but still the utilization is inappropriate, and the patient cannot consume it appropriately. So, there are some features that are strictly related to the iron deficiency anemia. So today we are going to discuss the stages of iron deficiency anemia. There are so many stages, totally in 4 stages of iron deficiency anemia. Iron deficiency anemia can be segregated into two components: positive iron balance and negative iron balance. Positive and negative iron balance are strongly has strong effect on the on patient's life. So deficiency, once the iron status can range from iron overload or iron deficiency anemia. Routine measurements can be done. And status necessary because about 6% of population have negative iron balance, and about 10% have gene to provide the positive iron balance. Positive iron balance usually happen in male gender, and deviation from normal iron level status as also occur from person or gender to gender. So once we talk about the negative iron balance is a stage which is divided into in first two stages. We can say that it's iron depletion. Negative iron balance in first stage 1 and stage 2, iron depletion occurs. So less level of decreased level of iron stores along with moderately depleted iron levels. So later iron absorption is decreased and lower level of iron depletion also occur. So moderately depleted levels of stores also occur. Sorry. In stage 2, severely depleted levels get severely depleted, and the iron stores are also depleted as it falls, and the balance into these stages. When person in these two stages are treated with iron, they never develop dysfunction of the disease, and chances of the dysfunctioning is limited, can be limited. In stage 3 and stage 4, the stage 3 and stage 4 is also known as iron deficiency, though you can say that the true iron deficiency occurs in these stages. In stage 3, body have inadequate iron in there, and iron deficiency is characterized by the limited availability of iron that further lead to the dysfunctioning and the disease in the disease. Stage 3 negative iron balance dysfunctioning is usually accompanied by anemia. So we can say that anemia usually start occurring in this stage 3. However, anemia does occur in stage 4. So we can say that the four signs of anemia are visible in the stage 4. So stage 1, 2, and 3 are the stages, and ultimately stage 4 is the final stage in which the anemia get appear, and on lab values we can see that deficiency exists in the body. The other type of iron balance is positive iron balance, stage 1 and stage 2. Negative iron balance is segregated into characterized into four stages, whereas the positive iron balance is segregated into two main stages. So, positive iron balance usually lasts for several years with no accompanying dysfunctioning. So, supplements of iron, excessive use of iron intake in the form of diet, or excessive consumption of vitamin C or protein rich food can have positive iron balance. So, stage 1, we can say that it lasts for several years without any dysfunctioning. Supplements, excessive use of dietary habits, excessive poor dietary habits are the culprit for causing this kind of dysfunctioning in person with type 2 iron balance. Whereas in stage 2 of positive iron balance, iron overloads occur and tissue and organ get damaged. And people usually start facing difficulty in the form of diseases. Several diseases get occur. Iron overload disease develop in person with stage 2 positive iron balance after years of iron overload have caused progressive damage to the tissue and other organ. Iron usually it get resolved with the removal of excessive iron supplementation and excessive iron absorptive agents that are in promoters, promoter, absorptive promoters. These are things that can be used for the iron that can be used to resolve the iron absorptive improve the iron status in the body in the body. So there are so many factors that are responsible. We already discussed in this, and ultimately there are stages of positive and negative iron balance, and there are the management. Clinically, medical management include the excessive usage of iron supplementation, because usually iron is the one of the nutrient that we cannot take, or we cannot take from diet appropriate quantity. If we want to justify our iron level from diet, then we have to consume excessive quantity of iron. Suppose if we say that liver is the one of the major source of iron. So if we have to justify our level or fulfill our iron requirement by taking excessive quantity of liver in our diet, so we have to consume almost 16 to 18 ounces of liver per day, so that we can fulfill our iron requirement, which is the one of the heaviest source, which is the strongest source of iron in our diet. So that won't be possible for us to consume that much quantity of iron from the liver. So iron supplementation is one of the helping tool that can be easily consumed from a person. Variety of iron supplements are available locally in the market. So number of iron supplementation can be used, but ferrous is one of the best form that can be consumed, and it's readily available for the body. So oral iron supplementation, iron salts can be used if the levels are below normal levels, like 2 points below the normal level. Normal ranges is 11 to 13, 14 mg per deciliter. If level gets lower to 10 milligram per deciliter, then iron supplementation is effective. If it gets if drops more than drops than 10, so iron injections are effective in that case. If it drops from 8 to onwards, then if levels get almost 7 or 6, then transfusion is mandatory. So oral iron, chelated iron with amino acid is also one of the best form. Chelation with amino acid get absorbed in your body and causes easy bioavailability of iron to the body parts, different parts of the body. Oral sustained release, oral supplementation, it release slowly in the body. Access for and treat underlying disease, one of the major cause of. First, we have to sort out the underlying cause of iron deficiency, because if we are not aware of the underlying cause, then excessive quantity of iron will further lead to the damage. It gets stored in the body and different parts of the body and causes different complications. So it would harm our internal system, because excessive iron gets stored into our liver and some of the other organs of the body. So iron toxification is one of the factor that also happen in a negative iron balance also. So that ultimately lead to different muscular complication. Clinically, if iron deficiency anemia exists in the, so there are so many factors that if that are it affects the different part of the different part of our body. Some signs are visible in a very short time, and some are available later on. So in early, inadequate muscle function, our body can't perform properly. The muscle growth abnormalities. In pediatric population, growth abnormalities can be seen. Epithelial disorders related to the eye, reduced immunocompetency. Patients, usually people get infected, and bacterial and viruses attack. They get infected very on short period of time. One of the most common signs of iron deficiency anemia is fatigue. If someone says that he or she get fatigue very easily, so it's it's one of the sign that patient is suffering with iron deficiency anemia. Fatigue usually occurs because of the limited supply of oxygen to the different parts of the body. It includes muscles, organs, and each and every part of the body. So limited supply of oxygen throughout your body will give you a feeling of fatigue and lethargicness. So it also limited supply of oxygen will also affect the internal lining of their organ, and different disorders can be appear. Later on, defects in the epithelial tissue and gastritis or cardiac failure, because due to the limited availability of blood to your heart, heart is not able to perform its function properly, will not be able to perform its function properly, has to work more, and more pumping of cardiac muscles, and more functional capabilities of cardiac heart will lead to cardiac failure. So later are the signs of cardiac failure in the and effect of the blood pressure is also indicated in measure. So nutritional management is one of the key factor for management of the anemia. So anemia can easily be managed by the nutritional support. Nutritional support can be in the form of supplementation or in the form of diet. Diet has low effect on the has low effect on resolving the deficiency of iron. So supplementation is the best tool in case of iron deficiency anemia. In diet, when we talk about the diet, so we can add promoting iron promoting factors, iron enhancing factors in our diet, which can absorb, which can be enhance the bioavailability of present iron, and limited the intake of iron inhibitors in a diet. Iron inhibitors usually include excessive intake of phytate, excessive intake of fibrous food, excessive intake of these kind of things, calcium, excessive intake of calcium along with iron. These are the things that are included in the iron inhibitor class. Whereas when we talk about the iron enhancer, so then we say that meat, fish, and poultry are the key factor. Like we say that MFP factor is the key factor for iron absorb to enhance the iron absorption or to enhance the iron availability in the diet. Some factors that affect the iron bioavailability directly, which includes tannin, presence of tannin in the diet. Tannins include your tea include tannins, coffee, caffeinated beverages. These are things that are culprit in reducing the absorption of iron in your diet. So to enhance the bioavailability of iron, we must include the vitamin C in patient's diet, and with every meal we have to add the we have to add vitamin C to enhance the bioavailability of iron. Basically, vitamin C is used to enhance the bioavailability because it reduces the ferric form to the ferrous form, and ferrous form is one of the best form which is absorbable to the body and readily provides iron to the circulatory system. So we can say that we have to add vitamin C in patient's diet, so in the form, either in the form of supplementation or in the form of green chili, red chili, or citrus fruits. We can use it. And also MFP factor, meat, poultry, fish factor, that is the one that is responsible for enhancing the bioavailability of iron. Other than that, we have to reduce the excessive quantity of fiber along with iron rich foods and phytates or tannins, so that whatever the quantity we are consuming, it is readily available to our body, and we will not be deficient in the iron. Iron deficiency is one of the leading cause of different muscular and congenital deformities. So that right time is to identify the right time and right person is the best thing. Appropriate time, appropriate management, appropriate assessment of iron deficiency anemia, that matters a lot in this. Hope it's clear. Iron deficiency anemia is clear to you, and hope you get appropriate answers of your. If you have any query, you can drop directly in here on your portal, and please do your assignment right on time. And thank you so much.